race. I'd actually never, since we're just getting into it, like we've been saying, I'd never seen a race at Jeddah, but really liked the track, just like the skyline being there, the fact that it was a night race, the actual like mechanics of the course itself. I thought there were a lot of really cool like zippy turns that really challenged a lot of the drivers and the tested the cars. Noticed that no one was using soft tires like ever, which was interesting. Was watching with somebody that was like, what does the M mean next to their names? I was like, funny you should ask. It's actually how hard their tires are. And when he asked me that, I just like, hey, no one's running with S's. Interesting. But no, it was cool. It was a fun race. We had some lead changes. Had something happen for the first time this series. Right. It hasn't happened yet. Yep.
Oscar Piastri grabs his third win in 5 races, becoming the first non-pole winner of the season and the new Drivers' Championship leader. McLaren's setup dominance in practice did not yet pole, but Piastri's blistering launch from P2 forced Verstappen into a mistake. That was the biggest part of the race, and it happened at the beginning. They were talking about it as they're getting ready to lights out and away we go. They're saying, Piastri has got the better edge on this turn, and you've got to be careful. He's going to grab it. Verstappen goes off the track to try to keep the lead, and he does, but then he gets penalized for going off. So we'll get back to that. Lando Norris first.
Yeah, he was fun to watch. He almost got knocked out early when a couple of our favorite drivers met their unfortunate demise.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk. Yeah, he crashed in Q3, started P10, made an impressive recovery to P4, but lost the championship lead. Didn't podium.
No, very very close. It was Charles Leclerc, I believe, that was just ahead of him there on the podium at 3. Yep.
Max Verstappen delivered a near-perfect pole lap, but was penalized for that turn 1 contact we just talked about. So settled for P2 with good race pace, but said it is what it is post-race. Now trails by 12 points. Sean, I want you to do me a favor real quick.
Okay.
Just go into your web browser and type in the words Aston Martin, Max Verstappen.
Okay.
Did you just hear a cat?
I did. Yeah. What was that? I'm guessing it was a cat. Yeah. No. Okay. So he is Max Verstappen linked to a $300 million Aston Martin deal ahead of the Miami Grand Prix.
What's up with that?
What is up with that? Offer will be funded by Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, which owns about 20.5% of Aston Martin's Formula One team.
Yep. So he'd be taking that Saudi money.
And he's already not trying to return with Red Bull, right?
Well, he's under contract with Red Bull for a while. I think they're next year.
Okay, so then is he allowed to accept this money? Is this even money that he is accepting? This certainly seems interesting. I need to understand a little bit more what exactly it means.
While there are reports of Aston Martin offering Max Verstappen a lucrative deal and Verstappen's contract with Red Bull includes a potential performance clause, it's not definitively confirmed whether he's allowed to accept the deal. The current status is that while reports suggest Aston Martin is actively pursuing Verstappen, there's no official confirmation from either party.
Okay, so I'm asking the right questions, it sounds like.
Yep. Shout out to Gemini for that one.
Interesting.
Back to the race that just happened, now that we're done talking about Verstappen, but I thought we had to get that little Verstappen nugget out there.
No, that is certainly very interesting.
Let's see, put that at... Boom. All right, so Mercedes, George Russell qualified in P3, but no podium. Both him and rookie Kimi Antonelli finished 5th and 6th, yet the team deemed it underwhelming. I mean, yeah, because if Gasly had not wrecked along with
Yuki, Tsunoda.
Thank you, Tsunoda. I blanked.
You're good.
I just want to it's not even in order, but I want to go ahead and get to that part.
Sure.
That ruined it for me. So I had 10 small bets on F1.
And lap one.
I made these bets based on chaos. I knew this course had chaos. So I thought that Gasly and Tsunoda might benefit from the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And I had and it was like literally singular dollars, because it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. You're testing a market. Don't put a lot of money into something you don't understand yet. But I had Gasly and Tsunoda in the points, trying to both get top 6. Like, I had kind of tied those two. I had both Red Bull drivers in the top 6. You can't do that if one retires. 6 of my 10 bets died with that crash, with the Gasly crash and the Tsunoda crash. Like, just when I was like, no, come on. It was like when Tsunoda was trying to keep his car going post-crash, got it all the way to the pit, and then they retired it. I'm like, I thought I had a shot.
Yeah.
I had a shot.
Of course he wanted to keep going. To have it happen like right out of the gate like that. That sucks.
That's the safest thing about driving compared to athletes. When there's an injury to the car, it either goes or it doesn't. It's not faking, not having concussion symptoms to get into a game. It's not like, doing all these things and then it's just it works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there? I mean, Williams double points finish. Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon, P8, P9. That would have been a good get if you had picked both the Williams drivers to get into the points. That probably would have paid out. Yeah. Charles Leclerc to podium. Took Ferrari's first podium of the year with a well-managed race and long first stint on mediums. Out-qualified Hamilton for the 4th time in 5 races. Hamilton left Mercedes to go to Ferrari and be like Tom Brady with Tampa Bay. Instead, he's kind of like become second fiddle. And you're even seeing George Russell finish ahead of him a lot. Qualify ahead of him a lot. Like, yeah. He hated to see, look at the finishing lineup for me real quick. At P7, who's right ahead of him? Not one, but 2 Mercedes cars.
Yeah.
The team that he basically established this reputation for, that he left. He said everybody secretly wants to drive for Ferrari. Well, how's the secret? Grass greener?
Yeah. Right.
It's interesting. Haas, no points after 3 straight Grand Prix with a top 10. Ollie Behrman couldn't repeat last year's Jeddah magic. They slide to 6th in the constructors. I think that's about all of the headlines I had. I mean, let's go back. Let's give Oscar Piastri his flowers again real quick.
Yeah. Back-to-back wins. And like you said, first driver that wasn't in pole position won to win the race.
Yeah. 3rd win in 5 races.
And that. So he's on a tear.
The Aussie now holds a 10-point lead over teammate Lando Norris and leads the championship for the first time in his career. All these struggles for Verstappen and the fact that Hamilton did not emerge from Ferrari immediately having everything, working, and the fact that Mercedes didn't seem to find the next Max Verstappen to replace, Lewis. It all equals into McLaren. McLaren got to keep its drivers. They were the best team last year, right? So they're fresh off of constructors, and now they've got drivers competing for the top. I mean, who has it better right now than McLaren?
Yeah, certainly that from just the few races that I've been paying attention to, it seems like that's kind of the top team.
Yeah, they're not hurting for it at all.
No.